Welcome back to Night Fever episode 32. I'm your host Jenkins, and today we are looking ahead to today's mid-season A-League clash. Auckland FC at home to Central Coast Mariners at Mount Smart. It's Saturday, the 24th of January. After a tough 2-1 loss to Melbourne City last weekend, the Black Knights are looking to return to winning ways on home soil. Auckland sit top of the table just about, following Newcastle Jets' 4-1 victory last night. But a loss last time round snapped our promising run and makes this game all the more crucial if we want to build headroom at the summit. Central Coast Mariners, meanwhile, they're at the foot of the table, struggling for consistency this campaign. We'll dive into that a little bit later, but regardless, nothing is simple in the A-League. Every team can hurt you. In the head-to-heads, Auckland FC, they've never lost to Central Coast Mariners in competitive matches. Of 3 encounters, Auckland have 2 wins, and there's been a draw. Last season, Auckland won 2-1 away in Gosford as part of round 8. There was also a high-scoring 4-1 win for Auckland in December 2024. Back in March 25, we drew 2-2 at home. These stats show a trend. Auckland edges this matchup historically, but the Mariners always bring a challenge. In recent form, Auckland FC, they are leaders at the top of the table, coming off that loss to Melbourne City. The Black Knights have shown offensive firepower and consistency, but recently inconsistent results, wins, draws and losses, suggest we can still get caught cold. Goals have come from a variety of sources: Brook, Randall, Cosgrove, all contributing. For the Central Coast Mariners, they have a mixed form, a handful of draws, just 1 win in their last 6 outings. The Mariners, they're struggling to find consistency, conceding often worse than scoring in their recent run. Off-field turbulence too. The club have been put under temporary administration and is seeking new ownership, which could impact morale. The strengths of the Central Coast Mariners, they do have experience and leadership. Trent Sainsbury's presence in defence gives structure and calm. They have a set-piece danger as well with players like Lucas Moragas and Alfie McCalmont. They look to deliver and capitalise on second balls. Resilience, even with inconsistent form, they've picked up points against the mid-table teams and can score on transition. Despite being under pressure, they've scored in the majority of their recent matches. Notable players for the Central Coast Mariners: goalkeeper Andrew Redmayne, experienced custodian and organiser at the back; Trent Sainsbury at centre back, a Socceroos veteran, calm, experienced leader; Lucas Moragas offering attacking width from left back; Alfie McCalmont, the engine room and a set-piece threat; Sabit Nior, leading scorer for the club so far; and Nicholas Durate, youthful spark capable of moments of magic. These are the guys Auckland will need to neutralise. Looking at unavailable players for the teams, Captain Hiroki Sakai's fitness was in doubt after being subbed last week to Melbourne City. His status is still being monitored. Otherwise, Auckland have named a full squad, all fit and options available for matchday selection. Central Coast Mariners, they announced a 20-man squad with 2 to be omitted. No major unavailability news released pre-game. No confirmed long-term absences reported ahead of this fixture. So that leads us on to the likely lineups for the match today. Auckland probably go with another 3-2-1 formation. Michael Vow in goal. Commanding, excellent aerial presence, but a few mistakes creeping in. Could we see Steve Corica start Ollie Sale today? Francis de Vries at left back, solid defensively and good at overlapping support. Nando Peinecker and Dan Hall in the centre of defence. A rock in central defence within Nando Peinecker, and Dan Hall experienced, reading the game well. At right back, we could see Callan Elliott return to the starting lineup following Sakai's early departure last weekend. Louis Verstrata, he's going to be a mainstay in the centre of midfield. Strong ball carrier, great ball winner, turning defense into attack. We've seen the gaffer go with Gallegos in the central midfield role with Verstrata recently. However, his performances haven't been up to scratch. We may see Jake Brimmer back into the starting lineup this weekend. Out on the right, we should go again with Rogerson. And on the left, Randall. Lachlan Brook, a goal threat from attacking midfield. In behind, big Sam Cosgrove up front. For the Central Coast Mariners, expected 11 could be a 4-2-3-1 formation. With Andrew Redmayne, the veteran keeper, in goal. At right back, James Donachie, experienced. Trent Sainsbury, a defensive leader in the central defence, along with Nathan Paul, also a very reliable centre-half. Lucas Moragas, attacking support from the left. Into midfield, Alfie McCalmont in the engine room, controlling the game from the Mariners' point of view. We could see Brad Tapp or Harrison Steele, balance and grit, also in midfield. Attacking midfielder Miguel Tapizio, creating spark, and also Alfred De Lima could be another exciting youth option. Out on the right, top scorer Sabi Nior, and up front, a threat in attack in Nicholas Durate. For the tactical matchups, Auckland's control versus Mariners transition. Auckland like to hold possession and build through midfield. Verstrata and Brimmer can orchestrate with support from Brook, their fullbacks pushing high, offering width and overlaps. Mariners, by contrast, they will look to soak up pressure and hit on the break, leveraging their physicality of Nior and intelligent movements from Durate. In defence versus attack, Auckland's back four, they've been solid, but the key will be handling set plays from McCalmont, a known threat. Mariners will look to test Auckland's shape with wide crosses and quick switches. Wing threat C, Randall and Moragas on Auckland's right, that will play a key role. Space, pace, and end product will likely define something in this game. Moving on to a match prediction, looking at the form, trends, statistical edges, Auckland have been slightly better all season. They're higher up on the table and have a winning record against the Mariners. Mariners, they are unpredictable, but they can score. So a prediction of Auckland FC 2, Central Coast Mariners 1. Goals from Brook and Cosgrove for the Black Knights. Mariners to score on transition through Nior or Durate. All right, listeners, that wraps up episode 32 of Night Fever, our deep dive into the Auckland FC versus Central Coast Mariners preview. We've covered the head-to-head history, recent form, tactical battles, key players, and a prediction you can take into today's match. If you're backing the Black Knights like I am, expect passion, energy, and goals at Mount Smart today. Don't forget to follow Night Fever on socials and leave a review if you've enjoyed this episode. I'll be back with a post-match review following today's game. I'm Jenks, and catch you later. Up the port, up the Black Knights. Goodbye for now.